this with Baja, with the counterparts and companies in Baja California, or looking to expand, looking for opportunities to invest abroad. It's either their customer base or suppliers, part of the supply chain. That's important to connect the two business communities. So we've been working with our counterparts in Tijuana, different business organizations. Some are chambers of commerce, others are just business organizations in general. We have signed MOUs, memorandums of understanding, on collaboration. Where can we collaborate? Identify issues that are challenges to our businesses that are in common, and then how can we support each other? So one project that we do in particular is we go to Washington, D.C. every year, and we go together. So the presidents of business organizations in Tijuana, the mayor of Tijuana, a couple other mayors actually oftentimes come with us to Washington, D.C. We take a group of 150 people.
Wow.
And a third of them are from Baja California. And we go together with the same message, with the same ask. And it's very powerful when we meet with government officials in DC that they see us coming together in unison, saying the same thing and supporting each other. We get a lot more attention and we're able to advance the projects because of that stronger advocacy. We also go to Mexico City together every year. So we've been doing this for 11 years together. And in Mexico City, we take a group of about 80 people, businesses from both sides of the border, and again, to advocate with the same message. And it changes. Sometimes we have different projects that we need. We're going there to request funding for the border region, infrastructure projects, or other times it's simply legislation or a message of, hey, the border region is really important. These are the sectors that are growing, the opportunities. Pay attention to us. We're over here and we're working together. And it's a stronger message than if just one side goes on their own or the other. And we're able to accomplish a lot more that way.
How do you make a common agenda? How do you agree to some points that you're gonna challenge and you're gonna take as your agenda for the region?
Right. Well, first of all, it doesn't happen overnight. It's several different meetings, and we meet all the time. We'll meet for coffee and lunch, and have a working session during that time. We share each other's policy platforms. So we give them a list of our policy agenda. They talk about what their policy priorities are, and we match them up and see, okay, wow, we actually have a lot in common. We both care about infrastructure at the ports of entry, and that's all binational. So it requires both federal governments to work together to improve San Isidro Port of Entry, for example. In the past, we've identified the new cross-border express, the terminal that connects to the Tijuana airport.
No, that is a very successful story.
And it's a project that we both cared about. So we saw, wow, this is a project we both care about. Let's work on that jointly together, advocating for that. So whether it's projects like that or funding, single point pre-inspection, where we had to lobby for Mexican firearms reform, allowing for customs agents from the U.S. to be on Mexican soil armed. In the past, they couldn't do that, and so we couldn't have a pre-inspection point with both customs and aduanas together in a single point before. Now we can, and we've opened that.
Oh, and that is, where is that located?
In Otay Mesa.
Otay Mesa. Okay.
In Tijuana, on the Mexican side.
On the Mexican side.
Right, but that's a commercial port of entry.
How long has been there?
Just a year.
Oh,
a little bit less than that. And right now it's limited to agricultural products, because agricultural products, the timing is very important. There's, the products have an expiration date.
Yeah.
So it's really important that we get those goods across the border as quickly as possible. So before, products had to be inspected in Mexico and then again in the U.S. So a truck is making multiple stops. Now it can all be pre-cleared before it crosses into the U.S. and it just keeps going a lot faster. Before that couldn't happen.
Recently, the Wilson Center published a paper about your successful story that you are creating bridges over the walls. How do you feel about that?
It's very symbolic, but it's an actual structure that was built, a bridge connecting the two regions across the border. And you see the wall, the fence, and then you see a bridge. And that's because our commerce is already connected, the relationship is connected, our families are connected, our economies are connected. The better that Tijuana's economy does, the better for San Diego, and vice versa. It's all connected, but we're divided by infrastructure and a fence.